taking you on a journey through the world of music, from old school hits and classics to today's biggest projects. The only station that covers heavy metal to hip hop and R&B and everything in between. The sound of the people is CTR.
What's up, guys? Back again with another album review. This week we've got KSI's All Over the Place, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't lying with this. Different genres all over this album. You got a bit of dance music, you got a bit of drill, you got a bit of rap, you got a bit of everything. You've even got a little bit of that Latino flow with Rico Love, but I'll get to that song in a little bit. Initial thoughts on this album, I actually really enjoy it. I don't know if to give it a rating straight off the bat, just because there's a lot to go through with this album, but at the same time, it's like, I've got to pre-warn you before I'm going to review it, and that is going to be, it's not necessarily for everybody. If you're going into this album thinking, oh, I can't wait to hear a good rap album, I can't wait to hear a good dance album, you're not going to get it. Literally, the name of the album is All Over the Place, and what he does mean by that is the different genres that he's playing with. You've got a bit of dance music, a bit of garage with Don't Play and Craig David, you got a bit of rap with Bugsy Malone, 21 Savage, Future, drill with Bugsy Malone as well, should I say, and also you got SX all over it. You may remember SX from his last album, Desimulation. I believe he was on that song with, was it Rick Ross? That was with Rick Ross and Lil Baby. The name escapes me. I'm just trying to think of the name right now. But it was, Down Like That. That's what it was, Down Like That. I literally had it in my notes, and I couldn't remember what it was. But my initial thoughts on it is I actually really enjoy it. I really enjoy it because it is all over the place. It isn't just one little thing. You can see he's experimenting with different kinds of music, different kinds of flows. It's really interesting to see. It's also really interesting to see how far KSI has grown over the past couple of years, man. Well, even when you go really far back to like Lamborghini, when he first brought that out, it actually wasn't bad, and people were quite surprised that he was able to produce a song that was pretty decent. But compared to that, now he's a totally different artist. He's totally found his rhythm. He's totally found like his persona in music, and Lamborghini is just, it's garbage compared to his music that he's bringing out now. You will recognise a lot of the songs that are on this album. You've got Holiday, in my mind, one of his best songs that he's made, and that's even more impressive when you think about it. It's actually a single song, no features on the album, and I think it's his most successful song as well. It was at number 2 at one point in the UK Top 40, which once again is impressive for a guy that's come from YouTube, has not really got a music background. You've got Don't Play on there with Anne-Marie, another song that really hit different when it came out. I was really surprised. If you watch his videos, he made a video a couple of days ago, and he was saying people are always surprised with the type of music that he does. People, you know, when different songs drop, like, oh wow, I didn't expect this, I didn't expect that, etc. But he's really diverse when it comes to it. He's got a couple of other really good single songs on this album. He's got You and he's got Madness. Out of those two, I really love You. You's really good. Every time I listen to that song, it's a really big standout for me on the album. Every time I listen to that song, I hear different kinds of inspirations. I hear a bit of Daft Punk, I hear a bit of Frank Ocean, I hear a bit of Flying Lotus, I hear a bit of Drake. I don't know if you listen to the song and you listen to the background music, it kind of sounds a little bit like Passion Fruit, a song that Drake brought out a couple of years ago. It's really good to listen to, and I wouldn't be surprised that if he brought that out as a single at all, to be honest with you. I will say he was hyping up the Future collaboration for weeks now. I'm not a fan really of the song that he brought out with Future and 21 Savage, to be quite honest with you. It's one of the weakest songs on the album. That's not to say it isn't a bad. That isn't a good song. It doesn't really match up for me in terms of the rest of the quality of the album. You've got a lot of songs on there that really have repeat value and really good replay value, but I don't think I'm going to be listening to the Future song again. It's okay. I've listened to it a few times just because I'm reviewing the album, but I'm not going to be listening to it again. I didn't download it and I wasn't a big fan of it. You got Silly with Bugsy Malone. Quite controversial. A couple of people have said they don't like it. A couple of people have said they liked it. When I first heard it, I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest with you, but it's grown on me a little bit. It's one of Bugsy Malone's better collaborations that he's made in the past couple of years. I'm not the biggest fan of Bugsy Malone. His voice sometimes just doesn't hit right on a song for me, to be quite honest with you. But he sounds okay on this song. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. What else is good? Obviously, you've got Patience with Youngblood and Polo G. That's also on this album. I've already mentioned Don't Play, but yeah, it's worth mentioning again to say that this is on the album. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if Lighter, with him and Ella Henderson, was on Desimulation. Because the Nathan Dawes tune that he produced, Lighter, is not on this album. So I can't remember if it was on Desimulation. I don't think it was off the top of my head, but it might be, because for some reason it's missing off this album. I was quite surprised about, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I know it's not his song, but usually when people, you know, when people are in a song as big as that, they usually want to put it on the album. They usually ask permission. Maybe he got denied. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? There's a really good tune on there with J1. There's actually 2 songs on there with J1. It's one of them is the last song on the album. It's called Swerve. It's okay, but it's not as good as Gang Gang. Gang Gang is a really good collaboration. I'm not sure if that's the one he brought out with Polo G a couple of days ago. With J1 a couple of days ago. He had 2 songs out at the time when he was announcing the album a couple of days ago when I was watching his videos. It was hard to remember which one it was because it only showed a quick clip of it. But Gang Gang is better than Swerve in my opinion. What's in the future for KSI? I predict that he's gonna go on tour with this album 100%. I do know that he's got a live video coming out today. I don't know if he's gonna be talking about the album, but he probably is. He's got a load of artists on there that I'm assuming he's going to be performing with. So maybe looking at the features and looking at the people that are going to be on that show, it's highly possible that he is going to be performing some of those songs live. He's going to have a Logan Paul on that live show as well. I'm pretty surprised about that, but that's good. That'll be a good watch. I don't know if any of you guys are going to be tuning in to watch it, but I might take a look at it. Songs that I would bring out to hit into the charts after this album comes out, definitely Gang Gang with J1. I don't know if that's going to be a top 10 song, but it's definitely worth putting in there. If he wants to release another song just by himself, I would definitely consider putting You out there. You is a really good song. I have a feeling he's going to put the 21 Savage and Future song out there, definitely 100%. As I say, I'm not a fan of it, but I know a couple of people are going to be a fan of it, so fair play. You know, if you like it, you like it. You know, different people have different, you know, preferences. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, go listen to this for yourself, guys. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it an 8 myself. It's not perfect. Negatives, I will say that as some of the beats sound very different. I would say, however, KSI's rhythm in the songs are sometimes similar, but that's a minor, to be honest with you. I love the beats on this song. I love the collaborations that he's done. I love the fact that he's put all of his best songs on here. As I say, Don't Play, Patience, Really Love, which in my mind, in my opinion, is one of KSI's best songs. With Craig David, a lot of people give him flack for like being carried by features. This is a song for me where he carried the feature. The reason why the song is good is because he is on the song, in my opinion. But as I say, that's my opinion. You guys go and listen to it. I know that Pop Smoke brought out an album yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to be listening to it. I've heard quite a lot of bad stuff about it, and that is because obviously Pop Smoke has passed away last year. He's not really got any creative control over the albums that are coming out anymore. He was never a big fan of a lot of people in the rap game, and to be honest with you, like they should have put more people from New York on the album. A couple of people like Fabio Foreign, maybe Chef G, 22 Gs. I know he was from a different set, but 22 Gs, out of a sign of respect, could have been on there. Yeah, I don't really know why they've gone in the direction of. I mean, I do know why, because it makes money, but you see it over and over again with these dead artists, XXXTentacion, Lil Peep, and all that. Bringing out albums after they passed away. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. And for me, I don't know if I want to tarnish my opinion of Pop Smoke by listening to this album. I don't want to ruin the reputation in my head that he's got for me. But I mean, that's not the video to talk about this. I'm talking about KSI's album. I did nearly forget to mention my favourite song on here. And unfortunately, I can't remember the name of it. But if you go and listen to the album, there's a collaboration with Lil Durk, and it's my favorite album. It's my favorite song off the album. It's absolutely fantastic. Go and listen to it. It's really, really good. I would release that into the charts if I was KSI, 100%. I downloaded it immediately. As soon as I listened to it, I downloaded it. I've listened to it so many times already. It's absolutely fantastic. I've shared it with some of my friends. I don't know what their reaction is going to be to it, but I really enjoy it. It's really good. KSI does well in it, and Lil Durk has a really great feature. You know what? While I'm listening to KSI's albums, I always think how much money he spends on features. Obviously, you have to pay features to feature on your albums. I always think how much he spends, and like for this one alone, he's got Lil Durk, he's got 21 Savage, he's got Future, he's got Anne Marie, he's got Bugsy Malone. So many features that you know are going to be charging hefty amounts. But I suppose he is under BBC Records. I think it's like BMT as well. So they've got the money for it. But anyway, guys, enough rambling. You know I always ramble. But go and listen to the album. I think it's pretty good. Catch him tonight on his show that he's going to be doing with Logan Paul and like the artist that he's probably going to be performing with. But for now, take care, guys. Have a great Saturday and have a great weekend. Hey guys, I was just editing the video and I just realised what the song is with Lil Durk and KSI. It's called No Time. Go and listen to it. It's definitely the best song on the album. But yeah, take care guys. Peace.
Chart Topper Radio.